Make sure the volume is on and we are good to go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday morning here in Colorado, Sunday evening or Monday morning, wherever you're at in the world. And so glad to have you here. Um, so, feeling so blessed today. It's a nice, little windy, partly cloudy kind of, you could like nap kind of weather. So, I'm kind of looking like I could use a nap, but we are ready for spirit, aren't we? So, thank you guys so much for being here. And before we get started, I do want to send love out to the world. So, if you would love to join me to send love, 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 I would really appreciate that. No pressure. So, I'm going to take a deep breath and just come back to this moment right here, right now. And whether you're watching this on replay or live, you can join us outside of time and space and join us all together in sending love. So we just let that beautiful love from above flow down into our heart and fill us up and outflow out to the world. And if you are in need of love right now for your heart, your mind, your body, a situation in your life, or for someone else that you care about, we send love now to you as well. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me. I can feel your energy. I love it. So, before I start in on the readings, let me just make sure here. All right. So, I will be announcing today the winners of the Hedge of Peace. So, that drawing is closed. And then also, I'll be announcing the weekly winner of the 30-minute recorded personal reading. But if you want to get into the drawing for next week's, just check out this giveaway playlist. At the very top, there's a weekly giveaway that I'll be giving away every week until the end of the year, at least. Who knows? You know how I am. I might continue on going forward, but I'll see what kind of giveaways I want to have for next year here, which is coming up fast. I can't believe it's the end of the year already. Also, if you haven't checked out your December monthly reading yet, here's a playlist for each of them by zodiac sign, so you can check that out as well. All right. So let me just get the pop out chat here. And let me just get this set up right. All right. And of course, as you can see, we also have donations already. Thank you guys so much. Donations do get priority for the reading. So if you do want to make sure your reading gets taken care of, or if you have an urgent need where you're like, I need to get to the front of the line, I need to know if I need to go buy that Powerball ticket, then definitely you can do that. And then I will go down in order for the free readings. But whenever there's a donation, I do step out of line, do those, and then return back in line and continue going down there. So I am excited for what Spirit has for us today. I know. Here we go again, hacking up, but let's take a look here. And so, Christy, you were the first donation. So, thank you so very much. Good to see you. And you want to know, how does 2023 look for you? So, let's find out. I am going to be using the Naked Heart Tarot again today. I just love this deck. There's the imagery and the energy is so beautiful. And then Dune, you will be up after that. All right. And we'll double check. So, Dune, you're wanting to know if 2024 is going to be better than next year? Or do you mean is 2023 going to be better than 2022. Um, Spirit knows what you want anyway, but okay, awesome. You are doing your major, major forecast. All right. So thank you. Just wanted to clarify, make sure I'm getting you what you need as well. All right, Christy, but you are up. Let's take a look. What does 2023 have in store? All right. Okay. Well, that makes sense too. Okay. Excuse me. Let me just clear my pipes a little bit there. All right. Well, I do like this for you because the first card that popped out is the Lover's card. So, a great card to start off with, right? It's like, all right. So, it does look like you have special relationships coming in next year. It feels like love or heightened love if you're in a relationship already, but it is a beautiful bond coming for you next year. So I like that. And then I laughed because I'm like, well, of course you're going to have, something else happen in your life, which this is a good card. Tower card, it looks scary. It looks like, oh my gosh, but that just means there's a change. Something is removed out of your life to open up the flow so you can move forward or to make space in your life for something or someone to come into it. And it always happens for us. Things don't happen to us, it happens for us. And right after that, you have the Fool card, which is about a new beginning, a new journey that comes in here. And this is good, because that comes right after that, which is very refreshing. It's definitely reinforcing this opening up of things in your life. You do have the peace of mind card that comes in, the Four of Swords, which is great because you're really looking at your expectations that you have in your life around different subjects. And the Ace of Swords is allowing you to cut those away and open it up, which I like because you have the insomnia card, the nightmare card here as well. So this takes care of this because these are all those excuse me, small t truths, all those fears of losing conditional love somehow, either with relationship or with money and job. And, we have all this stuff that's poured into our brain. And you really are able to look at that and cut away a lot of those to where I feel like at the beginning of the year, you're coming in here with all this, what is this year going to hold? What I'm going to do? Da, 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 da. There's all this stuff that I need to take care of. And there's a lot of pressure of the supposed to and the should. Even like you're supposed to have a New Year's resolution. You know, live moment by moment and focus in on what you want, right? You get to decide what your life holds. And that's what these are in here. This is all mental. This is all thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that get cleared up regarding. And I feel because of the lovers there, it does have to do with that. Your thoughts and beliefs around that, and also around worth and abundance, and that because you also have the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, the Heart of Pentacles. And she's all about new birth, abundance, overflowing, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself and seeing how things unfold in the outside world. I'm so sorry. Let me just take a quick drink here. It's choking me up. What a beautiful story. All right. Thank you. So, this Five of Pentacles, this is the transformation of where you feel your worth comes from, where your sustenance comes from. And it's a beautiful transformation because we eventually find out that when we have these fears of trusting the outside world is going to bring us what we need in each moment, and that is a definitely a reasonable fear to have when we feel that the outside world is the one that brings us what we need in each moment, because it's unstable. It can we can have someone go into fear and withdraw their support from us like that in a second. We're like living at that moment. Am I walking on eggshells? Am I going to upset someone? Am I going to lose my customers? Am I going to lose my, my everything I need? And we eventually realize that that unstable world is very unstable, and we eventually get bored of that, or get so disappointed in that we turn inward and upward, and we realize, it is the creator, it is source, it is mother and father of all things that brings us what we need in each moment. And every time I get this card, this is like my life journey card. It's like, for this lifetime, my poster child card is the Five of Pentacles. Having had all my worth focused on the outside world, it turns me eventually inward and upward to know that the creator in each moment is what brings you your sustenance. It might come through this shipping company of people, but it's the creator that brings it to you. And they have an unconditional love, an eternal love, very stable, unstable, uh, stable, right? And then we were like, okay, I'm going to have everything I need in each moment. That's like the love the creator has for us. We can't lose it. They won't pull it away. They actually want to even always give us a little bit more than we need. But maybe we won't always get what we want, but they always give us what we need for the moment. And we can trust that. And there's this transformation. So I like that transformation of, moving from this to this, and then also moving from that to that. And so I feel like this is a big piece of what is unfolding for you over this next year in 2023. And then I just want to also pull you a quick oracle card here. They are telling me that you need this. So we will do this. All right. And you have the Queen of the Moon oracle. What makes sense? You have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of the Moon. So, Christy, let's see what. All right. And you've got attraction. You got the super moon, power number 44. Look at that beautiful card. Wow. And I believe that's the last card. Yeah, it is the last card in the deck. It says you can be magnetic to others and attract the good things in life. You can repel what you no longer wish to attract. Be ready for opportunity. This is all about 2023. Avoid extremes that might cause negative imbalance in your body or your mind. Think of connections greater than yourself. A little affirmation for this card is, I can attract what I wish and repel what I do not. It's like that's going to be your theme for 2023. A super moon is a full moon that is the closest distance from the Earth in its revolutions. It's also referred to as a perigee moon. I probably mispronounced that. The super moon looks huge in the sky, and being so close to the Earth, it influences the oceans more than usual, causing more extreme tides than are normal. These changes in gravity and force are certainly noticeable, and for most people who follow the cycles of the moon and do magical workings aligned with them, it is the energy of the supermoons that is most important. If a normal full moon gives us an opportunity to have rocket power under our intentions, a supermoon greatly magnifies this energy into a supernova. And if we are growing, we all want to attract experiences into our lives. This can be positive relationships, a lifestyle that suits us better, clarity, love, prosperity, creativity, the list goes on. Equally, we also perhaps wish to be able to repel the experiences we don't want. And it's important then to not just know what we want, but to be able to recognize what we don't. Attraction isn't just about what we accept, but also how we discern. Blindly attracting everything we think of into our lives rarely makes us happy, but being focused about it does. So this card also suggests that we think globally and for the whole. And if you're making intentions on the supermoon, include one for the planet. And a companion stone is a magnetite for that. So I do like that. And right, very good. Um, so I feel like with that supermoon coming in there, Christy, look at the supermoons for 2023 and just be aware of that energy because around those times, it's even more powerful of your intentions. You know, if you focus on what you don't want in your life and what you fear or what you I feel like you're missing in life, that grows. But if you focus on what you're grateful for and what you do want, that expands. That's what this magnetism is about. And around a full moon, it's like, wow, you know, huge, huge things coming in for that. So um, I do like that for you. And that is what they have. So many blessings to you. All right. And, kind, Methisha, I do see your reading, and I do go in order, so, you can stop, posting it several times. I know sometimes it doesn't look like it's posting, but it is. So, if you don't mind, it's kinda spamming the chat, so you don't, okay, thank you. Alright. I know YouTube sometimes it's like, it didn't take it, and so people keep doing it and keeps on showing up, and it's like, I know it's not intentional a lot of the time, so thank you. All right, Dune, you are up next, and let's take a look here and see, will 2024 be even more abundant and full and than 2023 for you? So let's take a look here. All right, it appears so. Let's see what else we have here. All right. Well, I mean, boom, right off the bat, you've got love, 2 of cups, very, you know, this is like the lover's card except it's the minor arcana, but it definitely is this joining of hearts together. 10 of pentacles, abundance, overflowing. So I would say that whatever 2023 is, 2024 is even going to be a step up from that as far as this expansion. You do have the Four of Pentacles coming in too, which is about a stable outside world as well. So you do have this solidity of your outside life here. But I do feel like because the Ace of Swords also came out here, that 2024 is a great year of clarity of your expectations and your thoughts and your beliefs around abundance as you know also because the Four of Pentacles journey is about um, they look outside of themselves for their worth and their stability, and when they look to relationships or situations or things, they feel unstable in their worth. And it's because relationships, people change or pass away, situations like jobs and education never stay the same. Our bodies, our possessions, our bank accounts, all those things break down, deteriorate, blow up, explode, catch on fire, stolen. And so it's realizing how unstable the outside world is, they eventually just get like we talk about, we become bored of that or disappointed enough, or we turn inward where we find our solidity of our life. And so that's part of your, I feel like 2020, actually probably like this year and 2023, 2024 is just this evolving where it just gets more and more um, solid in your inner strength because of the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is about you finding your wholeness and your completeness from within because the nines are like the hermit's journey, which is all about inward, and your higher self and your spiritual posse help guide you with wisdom and things, you know, that come into life. And here is a beautiful, beautiful flamingo represents spirit. So they are with you through this entire process. But I feel like with that, it just is this continual growing of the solidity within where the pressure of the outside world and what it needs to be and has to be and should be falls away a lot. And that's what the Ace of Swords helps you with, because the Ace of Swords helps you connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love. And then it helps you cut away those small t truths. You do have the Innocence of Wands here, which again is the Page of Wands, and it's about really gleaning your power and understanding your power in 2024 as well. And we just have 9 likes and 9 people in the chat, according to this little counter right above where I was looking. And I'm like, there goes about the inner journey. That this is where you find your power from within, understanding that you hold so much of what you see in the world, because we don't see the world as it actually is. We see the world as we are. We see it through these glasses of our filters, and those you've been cleaning, and you're seeing more and more clarity. And you are also seeing that whatever you focus on is what expands in your life. And you've just been really, I feel like you've been doing that lately here in 2022. 2023 is just more and more like constant awareness. And, as the human, we get drawn out. I know I used to have to set an alarm on my phone, come back to the now every hour. And I'd come back to the now for 5 minutes and get sucked back out into the world for 55 minutes until my alarm went off again, and it'd bring me back. And then it became where it wasn't as, it was 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes before I got swayed. And that's what I feel they're showing me, is you're just growing and growing in the presence of your power, just throughout, from now all the way through 2024. That's what really culminates in 2024 for you. You have the Six of Cups. So I feel this can be about looking over your past memories and transforming them, which I feel you'll do a little bit. But I feel more that this is someone significant that comes back into your life in 2024 from your past. Um, I don't, yeah, they're going back and forth. I don't feel like the love of your life is from your past. But I feel like this also has to do with that you have some significant friendships and some bonds that come back from the past. It could be like a best friend that um, they moved away, or there was like this thing that happened that created some distance, or a family member, something where someone was out of your life either physically or emotionally, and they're coming back into your life in 2024 as well. So I like that for you. And then I do want to also pull a Ask Your Guides card here for you. And then we'll zip back into the free readings. So for everyone new that has come in, I do prioritize those that make donations, and to honor that energy exchange. And then I go back into going in order from top to bottom for free readings. All right. So, Dune, what is your message here? Okay. Yeah. So, 2024, discipline. Uh oh. Master teacher. So, let's take a look here and see what this is. And that is master number 33. So, this is about dedication, training, work, and skills. And it says, whatever you desire in life can be created, but only if you're willing to do the necessary work. That means no shortcuts, no bypasses, and no free lunches. The only path to success is discipline and consistency. Fortunately, your master teacher is present, helping you develop a heartfelt and mature work ethic by getting organized and becoming practical in your approach to achieving goals. Examine your heart and be willing to do what it tells you, whatever it takes to reach your aims. If you don't know what you must do, then you learn. Seek out the help of mentors and guides who specialize in your field of interest. Study and learn with an open heart and mind, and set your standards high. Your master teacher reminds you mastery in any area only comes from demanding nothing less than the best from yourself. And I like that. If you were considering returning back to school or to get any kind of certification or training, that would be a yes if you're wanting to return to that in 2024. So that is what they have for you, Dune. I'm very excited to see what happens here. So again, thank you so much for your donation, and that is your message. All right. And thank you so much. All right, Aprilia, thank you for your donation. And so we will go to you. And then Alex, you made a donation after that. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And we will jump into these for you. So, Aprilia, you would like to know um, love and romance reading for now till March 2023. Absolutely. So let's take a look here. All right. So, Aprilia, love and romance from now, from this moment till March 2023. What would they like you to know? Hmm. Morning, Jalen, the crew. Well, it's interesting, Aprilia, that you got the Naked Heart card for your love reading. And this is a card that is specific to this deck. That's in no other. And pay close attention to the moth, because the moth does have a special message for you here. I am going to read this from the book because I just love the way that they present it, because it is about connection and purpose and your higher self too. And so the Naked Heart has a message for you. It says, I radiate at a pure vibrational level, calling in all that I need at this time to stay in alignment with my path. The universe is highlighting my gifts and asking me to trust myself and my intuition. As I listen to what my heart needs, my natural essence comes forth to be nurtured, and I innately connect with my calling and purpose. Comparing myself to others does not serve me and will only knock me out of my flow. I was given the exact proportion of amazing, otherwise, I would not exist. My path may not always feel easy, but it will feel right. And when I shine bright, I am the spark to someone else's light, and I inspire others. The Luna Moth whispers to you, you are brave and beautiful. Fly out of the darkness and into your light. And if you feel disconnected from your heart, you can ask yourself, is my ego leading my path instead of my heart? And so I do like that. It's a beautiful awareness of what does your heart want, not your ego. Ego, we have our ego mind that has all these long list of things that it feels it's supposed to need to have, blah, 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 shoulds, need to, have tos, musts. And the heart is like your heart is wanting to say, lead by me. Don't listen to that ego mind. They just are um, trying to obey all the stuff they've been told from other people, other people's dreams, other people's. And these people didn't have any idea what they were talking about when they were, given all this stuff, because they were not connected to their heart. They were just passing on more expectations from generation to generation. And so your heart is saying, hey, don't listen to that. Listen to me. Follow me regarding love. So I like that. Well, yeah. And then you have the Heart of Cups, which is the heart of emotions, Queen of Cups, and the Ten of Cups, overflowing abundance. They're like, this is what I want. not, the mind stuff. They're like, follow your heart, because this is what your heart wants to, uh, knows is capable. And the Queen of Cups allows you, because she's not only rules over water and rules over emotions, but all the queens are given another portion of water. So she's double water, double emotion. She's able to deep dive like the whale, and she's able to go deep down into emotions and understanding, and of what you truly want deep down under the surface. It's not jumping up into the mind, it's going down deep into your heart. So again, they're saying, follow your heart, follow your heart. Yes. Because that will help with the, I kind of, this is the 7 of Cups. And I really like the way that this is coming up here, because this is the mental confusion. It's like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I'm supposed to have and should have and need to have, because everyone has given me different information, right? Contradictory things. And these are all the emotions that your heart is giving you, to going, well, here, these are all the things that I want. And so your heart is definitely speaking very, very clearly here. Oh my gosh. I love it. Um, and so there is this change of mind. So here is your thoughts and your beliefs and mindsets. And when you let your heart lead, it does take you from the old ways of thinking, and it flows into new ways of thinking, higher ways of thinking, loving, heart centered ways of thinking, where your heart is the one that's guiding the thoughts, instead of the ego and the fears of losing, support and love and conditional love and all that, right? And doing that, trusting your heart, does bring in this beautiful wheel of fortune, which the 10 is endings and beginnings, but well, they're always for us, but it feels fortunate to you because it feels in alignment with your heart. And so the wheel starts to turn, and it does bring change into your life during this time. But the biggest thing is following your heart. Because the reason I laughed was the final 2 cards that it brings for you, with these changes that you make between now and March 23rd, following your heart, you end up with your lifelong mate, and the 4 of Wands is the marriage card. So it does lead you to this commitment. It does lead you to this beautiful, beautiful, bond. See the beautiful heart in between the two. It's you coming together with all that, but it's trusting your heart is the piece that is so important, uh, because the mind has so many restrictions and supposed tos and need tos and have tos and shoulds. It just keeps you in a box where the love of your life, where your heart really wants, is out here, but your mind is going, nope, it has to be in here. And you're like, but this is what I want. You're like, nope, has to be in here. Because if we go outside of here, it's scary, it's fearful, we'll be rejected. It's not the supposed to that we've been told. And it's like, there it is. And then you can have that. So that is what they are bringing in there for your love between now and then. And I like that for you. I don't feel like you'll get married before March 2023. But I feel like this opening of the heart and what you're doing with that is what brings you into that space, brings you into that vibration that attracts them in. And I do feel like you'll at least meet the individual if you open your heart and look past those. Yeah. Yeah, because you have ending and new beginning. So you have the death card, ending of the old cycle, and new birth that comes in, major arcana. So these are life changing things that happen for you during that time. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, Aprilia. So many, many blessings to you. And thank you again for your donation. All right, Alex, you are up. And let's take a look here. Should you trust R? Let's see here. Let's see what Spirit would like you to know. Well, so you've got my gosh. So you've got 3 twos. So you have the heart, you have the balance of the outside world, and you have the 2 of wands, the focusing of the energy here too. And so with these 3, I feel like they're like, it's like balancing. Um, trust them all the time? Well, it's really about diving deep into your your gut. I feel like that's what this 2 of cups is trying to tell you is trust your heart, trust the energy that you feel because it's like I feel like with that the 2 of pentacles it's like sometimes but like any human uh when they go into fear then they turn into the cat mind. This is what when our human feels unsafe or our little inner child human feels unsafe or out of control, we go out of our minds and we do stupid stuff. We do stuff that's uncaring and unintelligent because it's a cat. Cats don't have all this. They just hiss and attack or hiss and run away. And so they're saying, should you trust them? Sometimes when they are there, but not when their cat mind is there. Because when their cat mind is there, they're going to do whatever they feel is necessary to feel safe and to feel in control. And they won't care about what it means, lying or, um, you know, saying, mean things, sleeping around. It's all this stuff that when we go into this fear mode, we all humans do stupid stuff is what I tell my friends. I'm like, yeah, when why are they doing that? I'm like, because they're in fear. And when we're in fear, we do stupid things. And it's like, oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. It's not about me. No, it's the cat freaking out. And I kind of feel like that's what they're guiding you to this too, the 9 of Pentacles, which is about you feeling safe and secure within yourself. Of course, with spirit here too, is you know, um, with you on your journey, and they're able to help you understand more and more about how you can be secure within your own self and with where you want to be there, right? And so there is this um movement from going understanding the fickleness of the human character and that the only one you can really depend on is spirit who does not fear, very intelligent, you know sees all, knows all outside of space and time, uh hears everyone's thoughts, feels everyone's emotions. They have the full picture, and so they're really truly the only ones that we can trust. um but I feel like they're saying, yeah, you can trust them sometimes, but trust your gut, trust your instinct, and when in doubt, consult spirit and just go, in this particular situation, are they trustworthy? Can I believe what they're saying? Can I believe? And of course, in all things, trust actions over words, right? Because that will tell us truly what is really coming out. Words are words, but actions are like, well, there we go. That's what's really in someone, right? Unless they're in fear, and then that's of course not them anymore. It's the beast that's like the werewolf that comes out. Oh, the full moon is out. There's the werewolf. So let me wait till the full moon goes away, and then they will have that, more of that human side, the intelligence, the caringness there. So interesting answer to that, but that's what they would like you to know, Alex. So many blessings for you there. All right. You are very welcome. Hopefully that helped. All right. So thank you guys for all the donations. Very, very much appreciated. So if you're new coming in, I do um, give the donations priority, and then I go back in line for the free ones and continue down in order. So we're actually starting off with the first free reading, which is Kritika, and you want to know, is Anavesh the right person for you? And is it right to invest in this relationship? Great. And you were the winner of the 30-minute recorded reading. So congratulations to you. And you've already emailed me. And I will actually try to do that this this afternoon, but depending on everything that I need to do today, maybe tomorrow. But within 24 to 48 hours, I generally have your reading to you. So we'll get you that as well. All right. So Anavesh is, whoa, okay. Are they the right person for you? Okay. And is it right to invest in this relationship? All right. So, are they the right person for you? It's interesting that you get a thinking card here, which is the Innocence of Swords is the Page of Swords in the Standard Tarot, and this is about looking at life from a different perspective. And the Ace of Swords here connects you to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in the unconditional love that is of that realm, and that we can bring that knowledge into our mind and into our heart. And it's about cutting away expectations. And I feel like they're zeroing in on the word right. Are they the right person for me? And they are bringing in this knowledge that everyone that's in your life is always the right person for us, because they're all mirrors for us, showing us what we want to see about ourselves until we see it. And so they're looking at changing the mindset about what is right or wrong, because they don't see things as right or wrong. They just see things as different down here. They don't have judgment. There's like, is this for my highest experience? That would be a different question, which we can get to in your reading, your 30-minute recorded reading. Um, but so they are wanting you to go, well, they are always, everyone is always the right person, whether it's our parents, our siblings, our friends, our work co-workers, loved ones, our relationships that come in. They're all for us, and they're all divine appointments too. And so it's like, trust that they're in your life for a reason. And is it right to invest in this relationship? Um, you have the Chariot, which is victory and power of choice. But I really feel like this is more the victory and movement, because you have the Eight of Wands too. There's this passion and this movement in this relationship with you guys. So I feel like this is like them saying, yes, it is right to invest in this relationship um, right now, and to invest wholeheartedly into it. Um, so those are the basic answers to your questions there. But I feel like, because these are the questions, kind of the questions you wanted for your reading, we're going to dive deep into that for you. So more to come. So stand by. But that's what they have for you right now. Just a little bit of a before they give you the full picture in that other reading. So many blessings to you, Kritika. All right. Daisy, I believe you are up. Whoops. All right. Let me just make sure here. You are very welcome. All right. Just wanted to make sure I got everybody. Okay, good. So, Daisy, you will be up next. And you want to know? Excuse me. All right. So let's take a look here, Daisy. What will your second semester of college look like? Ooh, let's take a look here. Okay. Well, I like this for you. You do have a semester of great learning, which of course you normally have. So sorry, frog just didn't want to get out of there. There it's gone. Because you do have the Five of Cups, which is, fives are all about change and growth, and you have the Spirit of Wands, which is the King of Wands, which is your really your energy and your ability to really super focus. And I feel like the 5 of cups is like you're learning any disappointments that you have here and there throughout the semester, that you can overcome them. You're the one that holds the power of choice, because when you get rid of the other 3 cups, you have the 2 cups there, which looks like it's coming out. Let me change that. It looked like it was being kind of the wrong end of the lizard there. Okay, we'll do it this way. So here's the 2 cups over here that you're able, this is your power of choice. And I really feel like you are really learning through this semester that whatever you focus your energy on and whatever emotions that you choose in each moment is what grows. And if you have fear that comes in, or disappointment, or things happening that you don't want, when you focus so much on it, it just expands and it grows and it grows. Whereas if you focus on what you're grateful for and what you do want, then so it's like you really are super focusing your attention on what you want and not on what you don't want. And that does make a significant change for you. Um, because you also are learning, I feel like you get some great grades and you get some recognition, and some people don't like that. And so rather than fearing standing out and having people, you know, take it to heart what people are saying and doing, you realize that it's because they feel low about themselves, and that it has nothing to do with you. You don't need to defend yourself, but you can have compassion if you want on these individuals. Let's say it's like you get really good scores in a class, and other people around you are like, because the teacher goes, "Oh my God, you did so well." And everyone else is like, "Well, la la la." And they beep, 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 beep. If you're like, "Hey, do you guys want to do a study group? Because it really helps me. And I think we all can help each other." And they're like, "What? You'd want to help us? You'd wanna do that with us?" And you're like, "Yeah." And then that helps lift them up. And that is like this new adventure, this new way of looking at things, and I feel like that might go out a little out of your comfort zone, but that is what they are saying, can be a wonderful thing for you, while also focusing on yourself, of course, because you have the 6 of Pentacles here, which is about codependency awareness, and over giving to others. And so it's definitely with the King of Pentacles, the Spirit of Pentacles is about abundance. It is about doing very well this next semester, but making sure you balance yourself with how you help others. But there is this ability, you do so well that you're able to help others as well. And that comes back into that other card there. So I do like that for you. It seems very positive, growth, and expansion of who you are. But as far as grades and success in what you would determine to be success in your mind about your semester, that King of Pentacles is just saying like, boom, you nail it. And then you do so well that you're able to help others in some classes too. So I like it, Daisy. So many, many blessings to you. All right. We'll keep on going down here. All right. So we'll continue going down the free readings, and Maxine Fury, you are up next. Hey, I am doing well. How are you doing? And you like a love reading between B and you, please. All right, let's take a look here. What is going on? What does Spirit want you to know? Right. Anything else? All right. Well, we do start off with the codependency awareness card. I just put that back in there and shuffled, and it came flying back out. So it is just about being aware of overgiving in the relationship, Maxine, and um, you know, being a recovering enabler in codependent relationships. There's never any judgment from me on these, because it's such an important thing for us to see that we have these beliefs about our worth, And this I call it the exchange rate of when we're very young, that we have to give 100 or 1,000 of something to get one back. And so this tendency to overgive, which was created either with parents or teachers, coaches, friends, someone very important to us when we were younger, even grandparents, we had to overdo stuff to get their attention. And it carried out into maybe school and work and relationships, to where we don't allow people to give to us because that exchange rate is so extreme that if they want to give me more than one, like I have to give you 1,000, and then I let you give me one. And if they give me two, I'm like, okay, that's 2,000. And they're like, well, I'm gonna give you five. You're like, 5,000. They're like, I'm gonna give you 10. You're like, okay, that's enough. I can't. And then because we do that, we don't allow them to give to us, and they want to give to us more. We don't allow it. They end up giving out somewhere else to their work, like their job and workaholics, or working out, a hobby, their friends, affairs, experience wise. I know that. And it's what happens. We give and we give and we give until we're exhausted, and we give and we give and we give until we're resentful. We don't receive from them, and they end up doing other things. And so it's such an important thing for you, because it's going to be transforming for you. And I feel like you don't want to do what you always did and get what you always got. Excuse me. Yeah. And you have the Nine of Pentacles. And this is such an important piece of what I was talking about, because you do find with your inner journey, which the nines are the hermit's journey, you do go into yourself and you find the solidity and this solidness. You understand, with spirit here. This is a beautiful flamingo. Isn't that a beautiful card? Um, but that spirit helping you in your journey inward to understand where was it that thought and belief was, and it transforms and you become solid, which allows you to receive. You allow it to be 50-50. If not, let's change the exchange rate, all right? I get more. Got to make up for last time. No, 50-50 is good. Yeah. And then you have the Two of Cups. So that allows a beautiful bond, a beautiful equal giving and receiving of love between you then. So I like it for you, Maxine. That is your reading for this moment. So many blessings to you. All right, Mars, you are the next free reading. Let me just make sure here. Just got to scroll down. All right. So you are up. And how does your DM feel following you confronting them about the negative aspects of your past? Mm, yeah, it is a difficult thing. Let's take a look here, because if you replace your anger with fear, then the situation becomes clear, right? When we get confronted about aspects that someone doesn't like about us, then we go into fear. And then anger is the fight, in the fight or flight. We feel we have to defend, and then that's what happens. So let's take a look here and see what's going on here, what spirit wants you to know. Okay. Excuse me. So then the Hermit card is all about the inner journey, and the nine. You have two nines here. The nine is wish fulfillment, emotional wish fulfillment card, and so sorry. And I feel like this piece is for you. That spirit is just saying it's important for you to turn inward, really look. Here's the wish upon a star. That's the star card. That's a wish fulfillment. The star card itself is the other wish fulfillment card from here. And so it's like really look inward and have spirit take you through this journey of understanding what it is you truly want. What is your heart truly wants? What is truly wish fulfillment? And these two cards are for you too. There's three more that are him. So or them. And you've got the sage cards. This is commitment card. This is your truth. What is does it really what at your core of your heart is truly what you want, not your mind of, all our supposed tos and our shoulds and our need tos that we've been taught in life by people who didn't know what they were talking about either when we were growing up. They just were passing it down from generation to generation. But this is you being asked by spirit to stop, step back, look inward, look into your heart, out of your mind and into your heart to go what it is you truly want. Because you do have the page of cups, which is having you connect to the chalice, the holy grail, which is the unconditional love of above. Because when you look at all of this and you look at what is your true desire, your true, like your capital T truths, not the small t truths of those, that allows you to have clarity about what it is you're truly searching for. Because what you shared about the negative aspects of the past were judgments of small t truths, fears of losing conditional love. When that happens, this is what I've been told this means about me, and I don't like that, and so I don't want you to do it anymore. And so there's this journey that this is happening for, and the spirit is drawing you inward on this journey to look at your heart and to understand where these emotions came from, where are these thoughts and beliefs coming from, because they excuse me. My goodness. That frog, it keeps coming back. Okay, sorry. Because I feel like this has put them in this crossroads here. And so they're, contemplating, you know, is this the end of our relationship? Is it better for you for them not to be in your life and better for them not to be in your life? On the other hand, they are also questioning their thoughts and their beliefs and their actions and their mindsets. And so they're going back and forth between the two right now, which makes sense, right? We all do that. When we're in fear, we're either fighting or thinking about running. It's one or the other. That's what happens. Here, this is the cat mind that kicks in. That's what you're dealing with when someone is ignited into fear. And that's what happens when our inner child feels unsafe or out of control. And when someone comes to tell us that you did something wrong, even if you did it in a very loving way, that's what their little inner child was hearing is like, you bad, bad. And so they're like, I feel unsafe. I feel uncomfortable. Read. Alarms go off. They go into fight or flight mode. And then it's like a cat. They hiss and they attack and they hiss and they run. But when we calm down, then we start thinking, and that's what's going back and forth between them right now. So that's everything they have for you around that Mars. So many blessings to you. I know always a fun experience, this lovely adventure that we have going on in life. And regardless if you're in a relationship or not, we can run from relationships, but then we experience it with family or friends or coworkers or whatever. It's constantly the working out of our mindsets, those small t truths being balanced by higher truths, which are rooted in unconditional love. So that's what they have for you, Mars. Hang in there. Sending you lots of love. All right, just checking here, make sure there's no. All right. So, Aprilia, thank you for your second donation. You are so generous. Thank you so much. So, we'll jump in out of line and take a look here. And you want to know, how do Chanel, who's a Libra, and Bob feel and think about you now? All right, well, let's take a look here and see what they have to say. Excuse me. The pipes are getting clearer and clearer, and I do apologize. You have to hear me clearing my throat. Ugh, you know? All right. So let's take a look here. Chanel and Bob, what do they feel about you? Wow. It's interesting. It's like sometimes they feel disappointed and sometimes they feel overjoyed. And the energy that's in here, it just shows you that like the 9 of wands is about your energy and the blocks that are there, that how you perceive things and how you actually look at them as well, um, is this block, because you hold the ace of wands and usually there's like 9 wands across that are keeping you from moving forward, and but one of the wands is yours and your empowerment and you can move it to move through it, and they're like you can't control what they think about you. Now we can make it an easier or a harder choice for them to choose disappointment or love, but you can't control it. And I feel like releasing the energy that you're investing in, are they feeling this way or this way, this way or this way, really allows you some freedom to come into your life, because um, you can give someone the world and they could still choose to be disappointed, right? They could still choose to be like, that's not enough. I gave the entire freaking world. What else more do you want? I want the moon too. Oh God, and that shows the power of our own choice. I get to determine what I feel about any situation and the story I apply to it. And so I feel like Spirit is doing their beautiful, beautiful little turnaround that they do with as answering your question with a question. So, how do you think and feel about, Chanel and Bob? Sometimes you're disappointed and sometimes you're overjoyed. They're a mirror for you to look into what is at the core of that. And can you choose to let that go and you choose this? Because the energy you choose is what energy goes into the situation. And that would influence more, like if you have this love and this joy without the resentments and without any judgments, then when you go into any interactions, they're going to feel that. And that's going to make it easier for them to choose joy and more difficult for them to choose, disappointment and heartbreak and any kind of judgments and pain, because they're just like they like that energy. That's our natural state. This is who our natural state of who we are. This is the human side we come down here to experience. So I like that coming in there for you, because they are, sometimes they're disappointed, sometimes they're happy, but it's not out of your control anyway. And they do have the movement of pentacles here too, which is about movement in the outside world, but it's slow movement. It's slow, the slowest night out of all four, because it has to do with the outside world. And there are seasons, things take time in the outside world to happen, because we don't change from the outside in, we change from the inside out. And we don't see the world as it is, we see the world as we are. So, however you feel about yourself and what you're feeling on the inside is what you're going to see in anyone, but in Chanel and Bob as well. So, that is what they have for you, Aprilia. So, hopefully, that helped with your situation. And many blessings to you again. Thank you so much for the donation. Greatly, greatly appreciated. All right. So, we are moving back on up. And we are back to the free readings. And Verinda, you were up next. Yes, grandma, she is definitely around you. And let's see what she wants you to know about her last thoughts and any message from her. Let's take a look here. Well, anything else on that? No. So, the Spirit of Wands, the Spirit of Wands is our drive and our ambition, our passion, our energy, but it also is our spiritual energy. And our spiritual energy, the highest of it is the King, the Spirit, of course, the Spirit of Wands. So her last thought was um, inner human. When we're in the process of passing, our humanness, our the part of our spirit that's in the human running the show, it starts to slip, and we start to become more aware of who we really are and of our soul and of our higher selves. That's why sometimes people will, when they're on the verge of passing, they'll start seeing clearly people from the other side. Like they'll be talking to their wife who's passed or their husband who's passed and things like that, right? So she wants you to know my last thought was like, oh, this is great, because she was feeling going to this place where she's free and out of pain and out of this human mind and this restriction. And you feel, when they start to feel like how huge your soul is, when you become more and more aware of that, you feel the constriction that we feel being in a human body, and that the smallness, this tininess of our human compared to who we really are on the other side. And so she was like, ah, release. And so that was her last thought, was release. And so I like that. And then her message to you, I just love it. She's a little snarky one. She's like, look, death. Let's talk about death, shall we? And she has the Eight of Pentacles, and she wants to let that this is all part of the flow of outside life, and it's this movement, and it's nothing to fear. It is like the stages that we go through of life. And when we're ready and we've done all our work, she goes, then we move on to the next stage. And so, cycles of the moon, she goes, it's just like that. She goes, it's nothing to fear. It's nothing that is a punishment or unnormal, or it's all part of the plan, and it's always perfect. She's really zeroing in on death and the cycles, that everything happens. That's how we can plot the phases of the moon and know exactly when it's going to do what it's going to do, because it's all, we know how long it takes the earth to get around the sun, and how the moon circles that, and how all the planets in the solar system, because everything is so aligned and so planned and so perfect that there's nothing to fear. Everything unfolds exactly in order. And that's what she wants you to know. It was the time. It always is the perfect time. And it's the death card is death and rebirth. She goes, it's not an ending. It's an ending of sorts, but every ending is a new beginning, and it's like a new adventure. And so that's what message that she has for you, Brenda. So many blessings. Hang in there. We're sending you lots of love. I know death can be difficult until you start talking to the people that have gone to the other side all the time. And death means so much different to me today than it did to me 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, 50 years ago. But it's like, the more we communicate with those on the other side, the more we feel like they're right here in the next room, but they're always around us, always by our sides, until we go to the other side, and then we join them being around everyone else of the loved ones. So I like it. So many blessings to you. All right. moving on down the list. You are very welcome, Erpilia. Yeah, the throat chakra. Speaking is fun. All right. So Rishi, you are up. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up on the videos. I really, really appreciate it. And let's see why Jarna has negative things to say to you. This seems familiar. Was it another individual you asked about the last couple of days? All these people having negative things to say around you. They definitely are mirrors, aren't they? I do. I do know they are always, always, always. Yeah. So this is what they're saying here. The tower. So why do they have negative things to say? Because things are always brought into your life on purpose, for a purpose, and people are removed, or situations are removed out of your life on purpose, for a purpose. And so when we look at that tower card, really is reinforcing this beautiful message of um, when things in the outside world don't match up to what we expected, then we can ask ourselves, we can change it from why is this happening to me to, oh, okay, so you brought this in on purpose, for a purpose for me. So why is this here? What is this showing me? Why did I want this to happen for me? What can I glean from this? And that's after we calm down. Of course, if something then takes us off guard and is against our mindset, our child self, it feels unsafe, we're out of control, weep, weep, and we go into our cat mind. And I love how this one has the cat mind. So when we're in peace of mind, the cat is napping. When we go out of um, we're feeling unsafe, the cat wakes up and it hisses and it attacks and it hisses and it takes off. So Jarna, if I'm mispronouncing that, I do apologize, but they are saying negative things because they're in fear or are feeling out of control and their cat is hissing. So that's a hissing cat. So if you can imagine that when anyone ever's attacking you as a hissing cat, you can just go, okay, kitty, kitty, boo, 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 calm down. Don't do that to the person because that will probably make them even more hissy. But inside, you can be just like, oh, the kitty cat is scared, and that's why it's hissing. But then if you feel defensive and you feel like hissing back, or you're hissing back on the inside, it means you've gone into fear. And then once you calm down, you can look at your thoughts and your beliefs around what was I fearing, understanding that their actions were just their cat waking up, being woken up and scared and startled, and why it was attacking. But then you can understand your thoughts and your beliefs and your mindsets, your expectations that are rooted in the fears of losing love and what does it mean about you, and connect to these capital T truths. The Ace of Swords here allows you to connect to those higher truths that are rooted in unconditional love and don't have all those fears and all these definitions, the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the must, doesn't have all that. So you're able to go back and your kitty cat goes back to sleep in your mind. And you also have the Six of Swords, which is movement from the old expectations, these three swords, moving from those to higher capital T truths, seeing things. And there's this flow of mind, and you move from rough waters to calmer kitty waters. So that is what they have for you right now. So many blessings to you, Rishi. Hopefully that helped. I love the visuals. Kitty kitties. All right, Natalia, you are the next free reading coming up here. All right, and no donations. Let me just keep going here. And so, is the Sagittarius aware of the pain they caused? That sounds familiar too. Sometimes I wonder, I dream a lot. And I have a lot of deja vu where I'm like, this seems familiar. So my apologies when I say that. I'm like, I feel like we've asked this question, but it's probably because I dreamt it. All right. So we've got the hanged man here, and what I what I'm seeing from this, and I'm not laughing at the pain. I'm laughing at the loading thing down here because they showed me a picture of him going, it's not registering yet. It's like when something's loading and you have that little thing that's taking forever because the bandwidth isn't there yet. It's like it's coming. It's slowly unfolding, and it really hasn't got there yet. Um, so I feel like they're not aware that they are just it's just not there for them to recognize it yet. It's processing somewhere in them, but it hasn't hit their conscious mind yet. When Spirit is showing you here the Three of Pentacles, which the Three of Pentacles is about you focusing on you and your authentic self. And there's a beautiful message that Spirit brings with that for you because it is very empowering. And you also have the Spirit of Wands, which is the King of Wands, which shows you standing in your power. This is your Ace of Wands, and you are protected. This salamander protects the king from the heat of the wands, which is the fire element, and allows you to stand in your power and be aware of where you're investing your power, because whatever you focus on is what grows. So if we're focusing on what we didn't want to happen in our life, what is missing, what we feel is missing from our life, or what we fear, we're just feeding it and that's getting bigger. And when we switch our energy and switch it and focusing on what we're grateful for, what we do want in our life, it just transforms how we see things and how everything appears. The Three of Pentacles is the being the authentic you card, and usually there's someone creating some sort of work of art, and the other two people in there represent the individuals that we fear either letting down and losing their support, or we fear doing something and getting punishment. It's the praise and punishment that takes us off our authentic path. This is who I want to be. This is what I want to do. This is like true in my heart what I want to do. Not all the mindsets that are people that are dragging us into fearing getting punished. So, oh, I better do these things or I'm going to get punished. Or, oh, I get praised when I do these things, so I better do these things because we're afraid of getting this and losing this. And it's about you being authentic and true to you and looking at your power and going, you know what? Whether they're aware of the pain they caused or not is out of my control, and really looking into where do I invest my energy? Bring it into two buckets: things that I can control, things that I can't control. And the things you can't control, you don't need to invest energy in anymore. The things you can control, invest energy in. And that bucket is pretty small because what we can truly control is very little in the outside world, but total of our inside world. I get to decide. You get to decide what the pain um, that you felt, is that the story that you want to continue to have? Is that the emotion you want to continue to have? You had fear in the moment by whatever happened, but now you get to decide if you want to continue for it to be painful and you want to change a different story around it, about what it means about you and what emotion you want to feel going forward. And this is the empowerment that comes back to you because you're not going to allow them to have any more power over your thoughts and your stories or your emotions. And that's up to you. Of course, there's no right or wrong. They're just different. One makes you feel constricted and small and that pain. The other is freedom and love and joy and laughter and peace. And so there's always that other choice if you want to. And again, there's no judgment. Spirit's like, there's no right or wrong. There just is experience. And whatever we want to experience, we do. Just know that um, your interaction was divine. It was planned. It was a divine appointment. Spirit and your soul before you came down here goes, and their soul, like, okay, at this point, this needs to happen so I can learn from this. And so we can transform it, like we talked about earlier, from why did this happen to me to, okay, why did I want this to happen for me? What am I learning through this about me and the higher wisdom, right? So, but that's what they have for you, Natalia. So their brain is still loading. I wouldn't invest much energy in waiting for that to happen. It's like, it's not something I really need to know anyway, because it has nothing to do with me anymore. I can't control it. I can only control in here. So that's what they have. Hang in there. Many blessings and much love to you, Natalia. All right. Megs, you are the next free reading. All right. We'll continue moving down the list. And will Pavan contact you tomorrow or Monday over the phone? Or will he come to meet you tomorrow on Monday? All right, let's take a look here. Okay. Well, I feel like there's a change of plans here. So the Three of Wands is about things coming in, and it's like a different direction coming in. There's the Four of Cups here. This is about emotional stability, though. So I feel like whatever this change that comes in is okay. It's just like it's understandable, and it doesn't like go, oh my gosh, it doesn't uh, bring a tsunami of emotion that is rooted in fear. I feel like there's just a change in what is going to happen. Um, because you do have the devil card coming in here, which they're coming in to shake and rattle thoughts and beliefs and mindsets. And there is this change, like we said, there's a change of direction, a change of plans. So it's a death and a rebirth. So it's like current plans, I feel, kind of don't work out, but new plans are made, which is in uh, even more enjoyable. And I feel like that's why it feels okay. It's like them contacting you. I don't feel like they're going to come to meet you. I feel like they're going to contact you though, and go, "Oh, you know what? Wasn't able to do da 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 da, but hey, can we instead go do and do this on this day?" And it's going to be something that is like, "Oh, yes!" It's going to be so much more than what your original plans were going to be. And I like that, right? And I feel like that's why it's, at first it might be a little bit of a, oh, you're not going to be able to do it, but hey, can we do this and da 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 da? And then it's like, oh, so it's like they don't even let you go full down into, oh, before they tell you the new things. So it's like a little bloop. And then you're even, I think, even more excited about it. So that's what I feel for it, Meg. So many blessings. Have fun. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the list. So the next free reading is Anjali. You want to know, hello, how does Satish perceive you now? That Satish, he has a big room in your heart, don't he? You have to evict him. He's not paying rent anymore. Let's take a look here. Or start charging him rent. Let's see here. Okay. So, wow, he's just full of a lot of stuff. So, I mean, there is joy, you know, there's perceptions, there's joyful things, and then there's disappointments, and that makes total sense. I mean, it depends on what mood we're in, right? but I feel like he's really pulled into himself, and he's just in this kind of inner journey because both the King of the Cups and the Hermit card, King of Cups is balancing heart and mind. And I kind of feel like that's what's going on here with heart and mind. Heart has emotion in there. It's like you have a room also in their heart, but there's also disappointment and pain that's there, and this is balancing things out. And they're on this inner reflection, kind of pulled back, spending time to themselves, trying to understand things. But they do have this double endings and double new beginnings. So again, this is this reflection, and it's like they're being called and moved into a new adventure, a new journey. And I like that message coming from both of your higher selves, that the you both were removed out of each other's lives on purpose for a purpose, so that you could move more into something that's more in alignment with where each of you are wanting to go next. Your path that your soul wanted to have. This was meant to be for a period, and then now you guys are going in these directions, and you get to learn from what you experience between each other and really understand this Four of Pentacles, which is about how the unstable world of the outside world, these the tail and these ones here, those three pentacles represent relationships, situations, and things, and that instability of our worth when we put it out on a relationship, situation, or things, because people change, obviously, or pass away. Situations like jobs, education, all that stuff never stays the same. And things break down, deteriorate, stolen, like bodies. Our bodies break down, deteriorate over time. Things are stolen, catch on fire, burn down, bank accounts, money as well. And we realize the instability of those things, and we're eventually turned inward because of the disappointment that we find in the outside world. But it's the design. We didn't want to be satisfied with stuff on the outside world and not be able to be turned inward and upward, to be able to experience that unconditional love, that stability of that eternal unconditional love from above, and be able to compare it side by side here in the world. It's like this tapestry I have back here. We experience all the dark so we can see the design. And if we didn't have the dark, we wouldn't realize that we are this breath of God here. And so it did happen on purpose for a purpose, but that is what is going on. They have perceptions of joy and perceptions of pain, just like we do of everyone, right? But they are turning you also back to yourself and looking at, you know, there's a place in your heart with a room full of the pain and the expectations, and um, this little character. You have like a little mini caricature of them, and you have them in there. It's like, do you want to continue to give them that space there? The more you look in what you learned through the relationship, the smaller that becomes, and it becomes you integrate that into your life lessons and your knowledge and your wisdom, and then it's not emotional energy is not invested in it anymore, and then that emotional energy is able to be focused on you and your next adventure. So that's what they have for you, Anjali. So many blessings to you. Hang in there. All right. Hey, Preeti, you are the next free reading. All right. And no, Ayushi Verma, it looks like you're way down there, so I won't be to that for a while. And I'll be on about another hour, so I'm not sure if I'll get down there or not, but donations do get your reading prioritized. So if you're wanting that covered today, for sure, that's one way that you can make sure as well. All right. So Preeti, the next 3 months. All right, let's take a look here. From the universe, messages from the universe. Right. So the next 3 months is a beautiful freedom that's coming here for you around mindsets and thoughts and beliefs. Because you do have the Eight of Swords here, which is these are your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that make you feel blinded and bound and trapped. But you also have the King of Swords here, the Spirit of Swords, which wields this wonderful, powerful Ace of Swords. And that allows you to connect to truths that are higher, that are rooted in the unconditional love and the wisdom of things, of the truths that we really are about your how unconditional loved you are and how perfect and um, priceless that you are. And that helps us cut away these thoughts and these beliefs and these mindsets, these small t truths of the human world that we've been uh, implanted in our head over and over and over and over again, that were opinion. And I read something earlier today, or was it yesterday, maybe last night, that they were, it's the people that we learned everything from had no idea what they were doing either. It's usually parents who are young still, they haven't experienced life and they're just passing on what was passed on to them as children. And so it's all these people not knowing what we're doing, telling people how to do things. And wow, then there's the world that we live in, right? But that capital T truth helps us look at those things, these thoughts and beliefs and mindsets about our worth and about relationships and jobs and money and everything in the outside world. And we're able to chop away those thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve us because they are not true, and we're finding a higher truth. We're able to release these other things, which does remove energy blocks for you because we have the Nine of Wands here too. Which, so if you feel like something's been blocking you to be able to get through it, it's because there's been these thoughts and these beliefs. And as you become aware of it, that Ace of Wands that is yours, you're able to remove that and slip through. And not only do you have the Spirit of Swords, you got the Page of Swords, which is the Innocence of Swords. And there's that sword again, cutting away. And so you are obtaining new thoughts, new beliefs, and new mindsets coming in. And so over the next 3 months, you're able, you've been seeing the fruit that has been growing on the tree that you've had based on your old thoughts and your old mindsets and your old beliefs, right? And so this is what's been growing, and you're realizing now with this, Page of Swords, with the new thoughts and new beliefs, that you're ready for a change of direction. You don't want to invest your energy where it was before. It's like, seeing, a tree you planted, and you're like, oh yeah, I planted an apricot tree or a apple tree or something, and you're like, it's not really what I want. I wanted guacamole, so I'm going to not invest energy in that apple tree anymore, and I'm gonna plant avocado trees and invest my energy there. So it's like I kind of feel over these next 3 months, because of this clarity that you receive in your life around relationship or job or education, your body, where you live, your possessions, whatever it may be, you're having this change of where you're having your focus. And it's more in alignment with what you want instead of what you thought you wanted or what other people told you you should want. So that's what we have for you, Preeti. So many blessings to you. Hey, Liliana. Hello. Welcome, welcome. And I see you have a question here after Kiki Kuin. So you guys will be the next free readings. You are very welcome, Anjali. All right. So let's take a look here. So, Kiki Kuin, hello. Anyone know what does Spirit want you to know about your career or your future activities? Let's take a look. Anything else? Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay. So, career and future activities. Okay. Okay. All right. So right now you're kind of being invited into a personal relationship with like the creator and your spiritual posse, because the 3 of Cups here, this is a special card that means your guardian angels and your spirit guides, all of your loved ones on the other side, your ancestors, creator spirit, I was like Capricorns, unicorns, fairies, whatever you believe those beings of unconditional love and light are. This is them making themselves known. And the high priestess is also about stepping back away from things, going into the high temple and connecting inward and upward to the spiritual realm, to your emotions and behind the veil. But I feel with the 3 of Cups coming in, you're like being invited. They want this private time with you for reflection and to get to know them and to build the relationship. Because you also have the Hermit card, which is about pulling back and going inward and allowing them to guide your path and guide your way here. So for this near future regarding career and future activities, they are wanting you to turn inward and connect uh, right now, because this inner journey and this inner reflection is what is going to bring you the clarity and the truth of what you're needing. Because there is this block that's here, and this 9 of Wands has been coming up a lot here lately today, and this does represent the blocks that aren't allowing you to move forward. And when you turn inward here, they do reveal that to you. Excuse me. Goodness. But when you do, then you have quick movement afterwards. You have the 8 of Wands, which is the gazelle. They move very fast. And this is fast action, fast energy that comes in for you. I'm so sorry. Um, so regarding career, regarding future activities, they're just like, there's a pause that's going on because there's this energy block and they want you to turn inward. You get clarity because they show you from the high picture point of view of what these blocks are. And then you're able to release it. And then the fast movement comes in, and then your career just whoosh, things just move smooth and fast because the blockage they show you your power with that 9 of Wands, and you're able to move that aside, which opens up the gap for you to flow through it instead. So that's what they have for you, Kiki Quinn. So many blessings for you. All right, Liliana, you are the next free reading. All right, we'll continue going down the list, and hope you're doing well. And what are Valentine's intentions towards you? What? He rejected you? How dare he? Now you're talking. Whoa. Excuse me. Way under the table. Okay. I see. Let me just get clarity on that last one there. Yeah, you know, so the 3 of Cups here, when I saw this, I felt he's had 3 years of joy and doing what he wants and having a blast. And with the 7 of Pentacles here, it's like he had enjoyment, he did what he wanted to do, but when he experienced all the fruit and all that stuff that he was going on there, he was just like, it's not really what I want. And so he's just kind of taking a different direction in his life and seeing what he wants next. And he really is um, the king of the Spirit of Wands and the 2 of Wands. There's a lot of fire energy here. And I kind of feel like he's just at a crossroads, wondering what he wants next and where he wants to invest his energy, where he wants to point his magic wand. And I feel like he's just has this fire and this passion that he has, and he's just seeing which way does he want to go with it. Let's see what else we have here. Yep, we have the Heart of Cups. And I feel like their spirit telling you trust your intuition, trust your gut, and just be aware, listen to spirit. That gut, not your heart that is like, I want love. You're so wanting love right now in your life. And but your gut is the one saying, no, don't listen to that. Don't listen to the mind. Don't listen to the the heart that's yearning for love. Listen to the gut, which is the kind of the difference between the human heart and your higher heart that's in there going, no, don't do it. Let me see here. Yeah. Because we got the six of cups, which is all about the nostalgia, the person coming back, codependency awareness card here. So the need and the feelings that you have of overgiving, they're just really your gut instinct is to be weary of them, right? So continue to be weary of them and just be aware that their little fire inside of them, their passion is just looking at options. And that's why there's communication again. Yeah. They told me, look on the bottom of the deck here, because I'm like, because they're saying keep your wish fulfillment for new love, but there's a new birth coming, new love that is more in alignment with your wish fulfillment. So just be aware of them, and because it's not what you are truly wanting in your high heart. This is just them looking at the field and seeing where they want to put their passion on next. And so they're looking at all their options. And you deserve so much more than that, Liliana. You do. And you do. But your heart wants what it wants. You're so funny. But that's what they have for you, Liliana. So many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Great Quartz. You are the next free reading. All right. All right. So just making sure here. And I am on Great Quartz, the free readings. So, what is your future self like? All right. As perfect as you are right now. Bada bang. Poof. Let's take a look. What else would they like you to know? Whoa. Butterfingers. All right. So they're showing you here that they are sitting, leaning up against the Ace of Cups, which is the chalice, the Holy Grail. It represents the unconditional love of above. And they're sitting, like they're telling you, we're sitting pretty. The old emotions of the outside world of relationships and situations and things, they just bore us and they bored us, but we found something greater. We found the unconditional love that connects us, what we found within us, and it's what we're leaning up against now. And these were just experiences, but this is what is making the wholeness in this. The Four of Cups is balanced emotional balance. And it's like we found that because we looked inward and upward and we've connected to the love from above. Also the Spirit of Swords, the King of Swords, and they're also saying about you are now in the future, master communicator, able to communicate such truths in such clear ways, because the Ace of Swords allowed you to connect to the higher realms for those truths that are rooted in that unconditional love. And you're able to communicate those and you're able to bring those forward to others as well. So I really like this leadership quality, especially being a master communicator in your future. They said we, of course, did go through a transformation, a death, and a rebirth, and especially regarding power and where we stand in investing your energy. And because of what we focus on, like we talk about here quite a bit, when the two of wands comes up a lot, or when the ace of wands, it's this power of choice. Whatever we focus on is what grows. And they are showing you that because you constantly are growing and using and becoming more and more aware every day about where you're investing your energy, you're experimenting and seeing that when I focus on fear, it grows. When I focus on gratitude, that grows. When I focus on what I don't want in my life, that grows. When I focus on what I do want in my life, that grows. And it's like you're going, oh, and you're starting to choose where you're investing energy and why and where. And they're showing you that there's this rebirth that happens in life when you go from the, because we start off being taught, focus on this 99% of the time and this 1%. Then it's 98, 2%, 97, 3%. It keeps on going where eventually it becomes like 50-50, because the life and rebirth transformation comes when it becomes 51-49, 52-48. It starts going the other direction. And there's this rebirth that happens with it. And it changes your outside world. The Eight of Pentacles, you move up, there's a lot of movement that happens for you in positive ways, in relationship, in career, in home, in finances, everything. It impacts the outside world. So I love that little peek into your future that they wanted to show you, um, because who the decisions and everything that you're making today are what helps that happen. Every moment we make decisions that transforms and changes our future. So that's what they have for you, Great Court. So many blessings to you. All right. Hey, Jazz, you are the next free reading that's coming up. Right. Let's get back to where we were here. Let me take a quick sip. Excuse me. My goodness. So, Jazz, you would like a general for JM and you. All right. And I do want to pull an oracle card here from you, for you, not from you. The Ask Your Guides Oracle. So let's see what they have to say here. So, okay. Boom, right away. So you do have the feelings of loss here. And this is the Healer Guide. It is card number 5. So let's take a look and see what they have here. And it says you may be entering or experiencing a period of loss or regret, disappointment, pain, and perhaps even grief. And these feelings may have arisen from present painful circumstances, or they may be the result of a surfacing or unexpressed or unprocessed loss from the past. Whether caused by something in the past or present, your heart is ready to unburden your pain, and your soul is ready to grow from these experiences. Your healer guides are present to assist you in your healing through these difficult times. These soothing helpers assure you that your present pain will transform into learning, and this too shall pass. Your joy will return. Ask your healer guides to help lift your heart and turn your loss and pain over to their loving care. Trust their counsel as they urge you to call a grief counselor, seek a healing massage, or pick up a book that will assist you in your current situation. Their message: seek sources of help. So, whatever is going on, they are letting you know, one, that you're not alone. Your healing guides, your healer guides are around you. And so, if you feel this, like, go to counseling, or, like I said, a book, or reach out to someone, or whatever it might be, follow your heart, because they are giving you the things that will help you, both of you, through whatever grief has come up or is about to come up. And it will help you guys get through it. I don't feel so much that it's between you two. I feel like it's something that comes into your guys' life, that or it has already. Um, but that is what they have for you. So hang in there, Jazz. Many blessings to you. All right. So Shrawani Nagosi, you are up next. Yep. Yes, I am still taking donations. I'll take donations all the way up until the end of the session. And since you're asking there, Suche, um, I'll just let everyone know, instead of doing it at the top of the hour, my public service message, I'll be on for about another 40 minutes. Um, and So I'm not able to get all the way down to the very bottom of the list, because it's very extensive, and I love that it is. Everyone's so hungry to hear from Spirit. But if you make a donation, then I will prioritize and make sure that I cover it in this session. And otherwise, I will be back on this evening as well at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, which is about just a little over 6 hours from now, right? Yeah, it's almost one. Yeah. 1 + 6 is 7. I'm good at my math. And or I have recorded readings that you can look at, and et cetera. And I'll cover more of that. But to answer your question, you can still make donations, and I'm still all the way up until like about 45 minutes from now. So thank you for asking. Right, Sherwani Nagosi, you would like to know Sahil's feelings for you. Will he give you a commitment after you get reunited? Okay, let's take a look here. So you have the Temperance card here, which is all about patience and balance, and things are going to unfold slowly. And I know we love to get those when it comes to relationships, right? But I feel like this pause is happening, and they're not really giving you an answer so much to this, because during this pause, you do have this. The devil card here is the shadow card. It is really shaking up your cage about what are your expectations around a relationship, around who someone is supposed to be, or should be, or need to be, or have to be in a relationship, and who you are supposed to be, need to be, have to be. All those expectations around the relationships and around love, and also around marriage, because the marriage card comes in here. So if these had come up without this, I'd be like, "Oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. There's a heightened love coming in, this return of love coming in marriage." But it's like, bzz, this is all about the pause that's happening, is for you to reflect on these things, why they're important, what expectations you have around them, because that's why the pause is here. It's balancing out, and things won't move forward until you do that inner reflection, because Spirit, your higher self, your soul, wants you to raise your vibration, look into your self love, so that it can be at a level of what you truly want in your heart of hearts, not in our human heart and our human mind full of expectations and desire for love. The search that we have, it wants you to turn inward into your higher heart, so that you can expand your self love, expand your awareness of all these expectations around that you have around it, so you can cut them away and move forward um, into wherever comes after that. And they're veiling the outcomes because they're like, that is the future and it's all on pause. And it's all on pause for you to turn inward here right now. So that's what they have for you, Shravani. I know. I wish I could just cheat and go to the future and go, they won't tell you, but I'll tell you. And that's why they don't give it to me because they know I will blabber it because I'm human. So they're shielding it. They won't even let me see it. I'm like, oh, okay. But I've learned to go with the flow because, you know, we're always on a need to know, and they're always going to tell us what we need to know right here in this moment. That's for our highest anyway. So that's what they have. So many blessings to you, Shrani. All right. So PK, you are the next free reading. Let me see here. All right. And right on cue, Suche, thank you so much for your donation. So we will move to doing your reading. And you want to know, what is James the Pisces' current feelings about Shakira the Gemini? You got into it and you haven't talked for a while. Do you see him calling you? All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know around this. And if I didn't thank you for your donation, thank you so much for your donation. I appreciate the energy exchange there. All right, so we'll take a look here first at the feelings of James the Pisces to Shakira the Gemini. What would you like us to know, please? Oh, okay. Okay. Never hurts to thank you twice because you guys definitely deserve so much gratitude for all the love and support you guys give. And so thank you so much. All the thumbs up on the videos and all the wonderful comments you guys put in the lives. You know, after they're done, the comments you put in all my other readings. You guys just, I just grin and smile all the time because of all this beautiful soul family we have. So your first question with what are James and Shakira's feelings? What are James's feelings towards Shakira? There is this heart bond here. So there is this attraction, this love that they have for them. Um, they do have this flowing here too. It feels like it's been this steady changing of mindsets and understanding and expectations because they're leaving behind old ways of thinking about them and moving into newer ways of thinking about them too. And so, you know, they've got this movement of thought and belief and mindset that's flowing with them. And then also the Heart of Pentacles. Oh, thank you so much. You stop. But thank you. Um, so this is, you know, between James and Shakira, um, like a new, it's uh, Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth, you know, abundance, harvest type of thing. So I do feel like they have this bond that's been growing and growing and growing, and their mind has been changing consistently toward them and towards this birth of things, you know, going on with her too. So I feel like there is something there, and I feel with that Pentacles is the outside world too. So there's this birth and this spark of things in the outside world. It can be sensuality too. So I really feel like there's this attraction, there's this interactions between them there. And um, will he contact you? I feel like right now they won't, but it's happening for you. And I know you're like, why? Why would I want that for myself? But you do have the Devil card coming in here, which is your shadow. That means it's Capricorn energy, which is They bring in situations, they bring in people, or take away people. Whatever unfolds in our life is to rattle our beliefs and our mindsets, what it wants us to see. It wants us to see the cage we have ourselves in, the chain we have around our neck that is keeping us restricted and small and feeling trapped. And so they're bringing that in for you. And you have the high priestess too, which is about stepping back away from things, turning inward and upward, and uh, going behind the veil to understand things, going into your unconscious, your subconscious, deep diving into your emotions. And so, with that high priestess and that devil together, it is this inner reflection of things of like, okay, what did I learn through this interaction with these people and this situation in my life? What did I want to learn? It didn't happen to me, even though in the beginning our human is going to say, "Oh, why is this happening to me? What have I done to deserve this?" We all do that. That's what first happens when the unexpected happens. It's we immediately can go into the victim role, which is what we come here to experience. And so there's nothing wrong with it. It's just when we are able to, like that high priestess, take a deep breath, take a step back, see things from a different perspective, and really look at it. That devil card is our Capricorn energy. All of us have it, of reflecting on. We do the work to go, okay, why did I want to learn through this? Let me sift through all this, emotion and mind, mental stuff going on. And then when we do, we get a reward for it at the end of it. That's the beauty of Saturn energy is that it's not just work for the sake of work. They're like work, and then you get the reward, which your reward is here. You get this emotional stability, having experienced these emotions of the outside world of relationships and situations and things. But the Ace of Cups here allows you to connect to a higher, deeper love that is more secure and stable, because it's what you find when you're stepping back inward and upward in that high priestess and what's going on there. So I don't feel like they will contact you, because the shadow is keeping them away for you to look into what you were seeing in the mirrors of the situation and the people, because that is what you learn from, that is what you grow through. And they don't want to have contact, because then that one, it would just cause more noise, and they want you to have silence right now while you turn inward and look at these things. But also, it would um, distract you from it all. And so they're just saying, like, no, we're going to keep them away with communication until the proper time, if it ever will be. And let me see if they'll tell you, will there ever be contact? I feel for this. What this means is that it won't matter. I feel like on the other side of this, you find new love and you won't care. Is what I feel like they're telling you there. Yeah, because then they gave you the 9 of Cups. Your emotional wish fulfillment comes in. So I feel like you won't care, because you're like, oh well, who? Oh yeah, I remember them. That's in the past. You're like, this is my present. And it's your present, like the present now, but also a present with a bow on it, because it's like wish fulfillment. You're just like, holy moly, it's like someone that is so much more in tune with who you want in your deep heart than that. And so I like that. Yeah. So that's what I feel they have for you there. Any other things here? Actually, they do want to give you a angel guide oracle here too. So let's take a look. Wow. Yeah, and you got the guardian angel. Beautiful card there. And I do like this for you. So the guardian angel says everyone has a guardian angel who has been with you since your soul's creation. And I love it because before I even got this deck, Spirit had shown me that when our soul was created, like when we became into existence, this guardian angel, another spiritual entity, wanted to be created right alongside with us to accompany us and be with us our entire existence. They're like, I want to go with them. And so each of us has that because there's this, they don't want to come down as a human, but they want to experience everything along with us. And so they're like they're riding shotgun our entire existence. And it says, now your guardian angel is drawing closer to you more than ever. And this angel guide knows you, loves you, and accepts you completely. And before your incarnation on earth, you danced across the stars together. If you're feeling overwhelmed or alone at this time, know that your angel guide is with you to share their love and make you feel safe. You never walk this path alone. Angels are always there to light the way. This card is a huge reminder that you always have their help, support, and companionship available to you. You are an independent soul and often find yourself trying to do everything on your own, but know that even just a quick prayer to your guardian angel can take away some of that pressure. Your angel wants to hear more from you. In order to support you fully, they must be invited to do so, but then no request is too much. Your angel guide was made for you and is dedicated to you. Take time today for an easy and informal conversation with them. Speak openly and in a heartfelt way about your life, any challenges you're facing, and anything you need help with. Through that conversation, their help will find its way to you. When this card comes to you, they want you to know that they are with you. Wow. Yeah, they definitely honor your That's funny. Jaded Kate. Shotgun, I call shotgun. um, but Suche, but they honor your free will and they won't uh, meddle in your life. Besides what you told them that you wanted them to do before you came down here. But while we're down here, we can still ask of our own free will and go, hey, give me signs today, and we can talk to them, and we can, have that unfold, that closer and closer relationship too. So I like it for you. All right. So many blessings. Thank you again so much for your donation, and hopefully that resonated. So have a great rest of your day. All right. So let me scroll back up here. And we had left off on the free readings with PK, and I am going to be on for about 20 more minutes. So anyone new that's come in, if you want to make sure I do get to your reading, donations do get priority. I make sure I take care of all those in this session. So if you make any of those, I will take care of them. Otherwise, I just continue to go down in order in the chat for the free readings. So PK, we are up to you. And you want to know, are your two sons spirits still with you? 115 and 5 months old. Absolutely. Yes. Always, 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 always around you. Yeah. So you have the Heart of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups. And this is about you really connecting to your intuition and your gut. And they're really pointing you to that, to really do as much as you can to turn down the noise of fear as much as you can in your life, and then try to turn up the vibration of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter in your life, because that's the vibration that they can speak to you with. And the more you open up your intuition and you grow that, they go, the more you can feel us. We're always around you. And you can feel them here and there, but they're like, you can feel us so much. We are always around you. The moment we left our body, our physical body, and we went into the spirit world, we were immediately by you, all our loved ones here on the planet, and we will never leave you. We can be with you 100% of the time. We don't have to share time between loved ones. They're so powerful, they can be with each and every one of you all the time. So they definitely are. And they're inviting you to really connect to that, because you also have your um, spirit of wands, excuse me, which is the king of wands, represents your higher self, your the power that you have in connecting to your higher self. And so they're telling you that that's how you can do that. That's how you can expand your intuition, is spend more time connecting to the spirit world, talking to us, um, really developing your intuition, focusing again, turning down the fear of the outside world and turning up your other vibration. Yeah. Because you have the innocence of pentacles, which for me, this just represents them. Usually it's like new opportunities in the outside world, blah, blah, blah. But I just love that it's a little calf and that it's like, we are here, that innocence that you feel about them. They're like, we are here, definitely. And I want to pull a angels and ancestors card for you as well. So let's take a look here. What message do they have for you? Hmm. So you've got the earth angels. Hmm. It's earth guardian. And it says, so they're asking you to take time to connect deeply with the energy of the earth so that you can feel supported and make decisions based on strength and integrity. The earth guardian represents the angel of earth who brings the medicine of feeling grounded and strong. They are the protectors of the land and planet and can help you connect with your mission here and how you can support the evolution of the planet. So I feel like that is what they are, the energy that they're wanting you to know is that they are around you and they are supporting you in so many ways from the other side. And the Earth Guardian on the card is a beautiful part angel, part elemental who's non binary, showing that they are a divine being without a human gender. Their staff, adorned with a dream catcher, shows they have the capacity to help you ground your dreams in reality. It's important for you to take a grounded approach to your current situation. And if you're rushing ahead or making decisions based on your more fearful responses, you will miss out on the growth you deserve. Take some time to calm down and get grounded before proceeding further. Breathe, relax, and connect with your center. Then consider what to do. It's important to plant seeds that are going to grow into something beautiful rather than turn into a weed you have to deal with. How funny. But they are really focusing in on um, grounding yourself. And again, there's like they're saying if you can lower the fear noise and ground yourself and open up more and more to the higher realms, you'll be able to communicate with them so clearly, hear from them. They're like, we always hear you. You can talk to us as much as you want. We love when you talk to us. But to hear from us, it takes that coming out of that fear, like it talked about in this card too, grounding yourself and then raising that vibration. Focus on joy and laughter, unconditional love and peace, and you'll start to see their signs that they've been putting all over the place, as well as um, hear their messages for you. You'll get emotional messages. You'll see things in the outside world. You'll even hear songs or hear conversations, things that are like them talking to you, and then thoughts and memories that they'll just tap your brain. Like if you're not thinking about them, and then all of a sudden you have a memory, that's them touching that to let you know that they're there with you. So I love that for you, PK. They are always around you, always, always, never, never not around you. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings to you, PK. All right. I'll continue looking down the list here. Excuse me. All right. Very good. All right. So, Shika, you are up next. Okay. Actually, let me take a look here. Just got a donation that came through. All right. So, let's take a look here. All right. All right. So, Jaded Kate, thank you so much. Excuse me. And let me see. So, I don't see a question there. Let me see. Did you ask a question earlier, or let me just make sure here? All right. So, let me see. Jaded Kate, did you ask a question, or do you want just a general reading? Let me see. Maybe you have it up here further. Thank you guys for your patience. There's a lot of requests today. Thank you guys so much for your hunger. Okay, there you go. So you recently had a new spirit guide and you just wanted to know what he would like to tell you. Absolutely. Um, and actually, even though I have all these angel guide and they want you to go to the Queen of the Moon oracles, so they are very interesting. So let me take a look here. So what would they like you to know? So they are definitely someone who's like, oh no, we're not going to do ordinary. We're doing different. So I like that. Yeah. So you got the action card. Yes. You can feel that too, right? Card number 15. Let me see. There you go. A little clearer there. So the time has come to take action. Right? It is, right? Let go of your paralysis. There, and I'm hearing, let go of your analysis paralysis. Let go of your burdens, step by step. They're giving you a little affirmation for this card. I am responsive and ready to take action. It says sometimes we're afraid to move forward, and that's natural. Change can be difficult. And if you've been hurt or have failed before in our mind, we're anxious about what may happen if we instigate change. Maybe we think it's easier and safer to just tread some water for a while. Instead of taking joyful action towards the things we truly desire, such as the writing of a book, undertaking study, accepting a new job, or seeking a better relationship, instead of doing that, we balk, we freeze, we do not take the steps we could. And so we remain stagnant, we don't grow. So this moon phase encourages you to embrace action. Action is part of our humanity. We're not made to hide and refuse to blossom. The companion store for that is rhodonite. So Rhodonite. I I hear him going, um, what was that? I forget. It's dynamite. So definitely they have a lot of energy and they have this message about taking action, action, action. So I do like that for you. Let's take a look here. What else do they have for you from the tarot? Okay. Yeah, and they gave you 2 cards and then 3 cards and then 1 card. They're all about out of order. Wow, yeah. So talk about fire energy, wands and wands, tons of energy coming in. And this is recognition too. They're like victory and recognition and tons of energy that's coming in here for you. And they're just like, "Come on, we got things to do. There, don't worry, it's all going to be fine, and I recognize everything that you do even though other people don't. Come on, we're going." And now I'm hearing giddy up. Giddy up. It's hilarious. Wow. Yeah. So you have the Ace of Swords here too. So they're like, this is you being able to connect to the higher truths and the wisdom that they want to bring to you. And it allows you to cut away thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve you. And you also have the movement of cups. So again, more let's go, movement of emotion. So not only a lot of energy, fire energy, they also have emotional movement. Um, and of course, they're going to give you the naked heart, which is a very, very powerful card. And I feel like the message that the moth gives you is the message that they give you, which is you are brave and you are beautiful, and fly out of the darkness and into your light. Follow your heart. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Live your passion. I feel is like what they're saying here. They don't want you to compare yourself to others and do what others do and go that path, that easy path that winds. They're like, "Come on, we're going straight up. Let's go." And I just feel like they're, you know, just motivating you to let's go this different direction, the one, the unexpected, the one that your heart is truly wanting to go as well. Yeah. And you have the Six of Pentacles. And so the Six of Pentacles normally is about codependency awareness, but I feel like this is the two. It's like, come on, it's the two of you going together. This is they're like, we're two peas in a pod. It's like, uh, we know where we're going. We know where we're swimming. Just keep swimming. Oh yeah, now they're giving you the Finding Nemo reference. They're like, come on, we're going on an adventure. And I love it because it's like full of action, full of going, but they are just hilarious. And, and then they're giving you the Queen of Wands, some more fire, and they're giving you the Three of Wands, changing directions, and they're giving you the um, Spirit of Wands, the King of Wands, and they're giving you the Seven of Wands. Fire, fire, fire. I mean, which wands did you not get in this one? You had the Six of Wands, the Eight of Wands. So definitely. Oh, yeah. So you got 6, 7, and 8. They're like, they're showing me. I don't know if you ever watched Laverne and Shirley, but they're doing 5, 6, 7, 8. Laverne, DeFazio, whatever incorporated. And so they're showing that's like you and them are like Laverne and Shirley, and you're going to go on adventures and have adventures. That is hilarious. They are definitely a character. So that's what they have for you, Jaded Kate. So enjoy that adventure with them. They are absolutely hilarious. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. Let me just make sure here. All right. I love it. Thank you for asking that. Their energy is just, they got me just giggling on the inside. All right. So we have about 5 more minutes or so, and we'll get through as many of the free ones as we can. And again, anyone that has come in, if you are wanting to make sure that I get to your reading in this session, if you make a donation, I will make sure that we do that. So, Shika, you want to know, how does Jay feel about you? Let's take a look here. Interesting. Anything else on that one? There's just this. I think you've asked about him before because this energy feels familiar. I'm just like, he's just all over the place because there's this abundant feeling, and they're kind of focusing in on their worth and their outside world, and they're going through a lot of thinking and reviewing of their mindsets, and there's some disappointments and pain, and but they're I feel like all of this is, they put on hold behind this. They're really in pursuit of finding this stability in their outside world, because not only did the King of Pentacles, they have the Queen of Pentacles, which is about new birth and new things unfolding in their outside world. And it's like they're focusing so much on this. And I don't see cups in these first cards. It's all about focusing on, it's like the dollar, the money, the abundance, the job, the career, the outside world stuff. And I feel like there's so much of that, and when they're not that, then they're up here, and they're thinking about, what are my fears? What are my expectations? What do I got to make come true? Which is the, this is the fears of losing conditional love, and the fears of not meeting up to things. And I just feel like they're caught up in all that, to where their fears around worth and how they, like, where are they going to get their sustenance, what how they define themselves by the outside world, just always um o- covers up, like, love and emotion here. And so when you ask what they feel about you, I feel like it's on pause again. It's like always on pause, I feel like, with them. And it's like, that's what it is. They're just, like, so drawn into their mind, into the outside world, that they put their heart on pause and reroute all the energy into doing those things, instead of romance and marriage and dating and that type of romantic love. They're all, it's all about the business. It's all about the coin. It's all about the position and education and whatever it might be, whatever out there. It's like all out there, but not from here. And that's what I feel they have for you, Shika, here right now. So, what are we going to do? What can you do? But that's what they want you to be aware of right now. So, while you're in your holding pattern, what do we do when we're in our holding patterns, waiting for love or jobs or whatever? We work on our own self love, because that's usually why there's pauses happening in our life, is so that we can focus in on ourself and grow that instead. So that's what they have for you. All right. Let me just make sure here. You are very welcome, Jaded Kate. All right. So we are, let me see here. So I have enough for one more. So Valverde, we will see, is there going to be any drama with your love life in the first half of 2023? So Valverde, you're going to be my last free reading. And if anyone wants to make a donation and make sure I get to your reading in this session, now's the time to do it before I start closing down. And if you aren't unable to make a donation, I totally understand. Not all of us have the ability to make donations, and that's why I offer free readings for like 2.5 hours every day, and 5 hours a day on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. But I also put out a boatload of free recorded readings pick a card readings. I have weekly energy updates, monthly readings, a bunch of those. So if you are unable to get to your reading in this session, go check out my playlist. Follow your heart. Spirit will guide you to the message that they have for you within those. I also will be back here at 7 p.m., which is 5.5 hours from now. And the earlier you get into the session, I can get through a lot of people generally. So check that out. And then I also offer personal readings at a cost. It's a reasonable though, because it's on a sliding price scale. And all that information's in the description box of the video as well. So a lot of options, and I so appreciate all the love and the support you guys give and all the thumbs up you give on the video. It does help spread the tsunami of love. So thank you guys for being a part of that. Thank you guys, all of you that give donations. It helps spread as and eat. And I appreciate the energy exchange. And I wish I could get to every single one of you. But unfortunately, the human body does require rest and nutrition and bio breaks. So 2.5 hours is generally the most that I can that I'm supposed to. I've been guided by spirit to balance. Don't want to burn out. So that is what we have. So Valverde, you'll be the last free one. And any drama with love life in the first half of 2023. Let's see what they have to say. All right. We'll see if you consider this drama. But they do show a new beginning in the 6 months of your year of 2023. So if you're in a relationship, this might be drama because I feel like you end old cycles and you head off in a different direction because feel like you are stepping out into wish fulfillment with the star card here. This is like you're leaving um, whatever current situation that you're in, whether it's being single or it's in a current relationship, and you're moving into something that's more in alignment with what your heart wants, because you have the heart of Pentacles, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, and abundance and new birth and sensuality. So I feel like there's definitely this change that happens. And um, you do have the Five of Swords, which is conflict, but it's confliction of thoughts and beliefs and mindsets and expectations. So if you are in a relationship, I feel like this will be a conflict between what you're wanting, between what they're wanting. And you're like, okay, you have the Heart of Wands, the Queen of Wands, which you step in with your power, with your intuition and your gut. And you're like, you know what? I am the one that's gonna guide my power, where I'm gonna direct my energy, and you are making that change. You are initiating a change. So if you're in a relationship, I feel like you just realize that you guys want different things and that they might have said they wanted something, like maybe, "Yeah, I want children," and then you find out they don't, and you're like, "But that's such a huge thing of what I want." Or that you want to get married one day and they're like, I do too, and they're like, well, I don't believe in marriage after a while, and you're like, well, why did you yeah, whatever it is. I feel like if it's that you make this change and you're just like, okay, well, this is just not going to work out because that's like a deal breaker for me. It's something I definitely want in a relationship, so bye bye, and you head off into something that's more in alignment with your dream. That's the kind of energy I feel um going on. So you can maybe see that as drama, but all it might be like, hey, but I like that drama because I get to get into something more alignment with what I want in my life. So I like it, Valverde. So that's what we have. So many blessings to you. All right. Let me just double check here one last time. All right. Oh, PK, I'm so glad that you can feel them more and more and more. And I feel like I'm being nudged by spirit to maybe do some courses on how you can expand your connection to the spirit world. In the meantime, if you check out my U times two video playlist, it is a lot about getting to know the two of us that are living this human experience, the connection to our higher self. That might help in the meantime too. Totally free. It's if you go to my play, actually, I think I even have it listed in the description box of the video down below. It'll say U times two series. If you click on that, it'll take you to the playlist, and they're like 15 to 20, 25 minutes, I think was the longest one. There's like 40 that I did like one a week for a long time that Spirit was doing, but you can check that out if you feel that resonates as well. All right. Well, I don't see any other donations, so we are all done with those. And that was the last free one I'm going to be giving in this session. But I will be back, like I said, in at 7 p.m. Mountain Time in about 5.5 hours. So if you want to come back then, we can. And the earlier you get in, I usually post the invitation to get the session set up an hour early. So once you're there, you can start putting your request then too. And then I do go in order of those for the free ones. So just keep an eye out. If you are subscribed, make sure you have the notification bell set to all, and then you'll get notified when I post the session, which, like I said, is about an hour early. And individuals do start posting their questions then as well. So thank you guys again so much for all the thumbs up, all your love, all your laughter, all the support you have for one another, and especially for the love I feel from you guys. It means the world to me. Please know that as you go throughout life, every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until we see each other again, you guys hang in there, take care of yourselves. We'll see you soon. Have a great day or a great night, wherever you're out in the world. And we'll see you when we see you. So take care.